Morning, students. So the next topic in this chapter, that is carbon and its compounds, the last topic of this chapter is carbon monoxide. So in this class we are going to discuss about carbon monoxide, its properties, uses and its harmful effects. So let's discuss this. What is carbon monoxide? What are the properties? So the first properties which you can see is carbon monoxide is a colorless, odorless, poisonous gas. It is a gas slightly lighter than air. We indicate this carbon monoxide as CO, one carbon atom bound to one oxygen atom. This is also known as carbonous oxide. It is a flammable gas, burns with a blue flame. So this is the structure. One carbon atom combines with one oxygen atom and form carbon monoxide. Now how carbon monoxide is formed? It is formed in a combustion environment that is too oxygen starved to make carbon dioxide. All carbon monoxide is incompletely formed carbon dioxide. So if you supply a limited amount of oxygen to carbon, it forms carbon monoxide. And a large amount of oxygen if supplied to a carbon atom, it will form carbon dioxide. So carbon monoxide is combustible, but it is a non-supporter of combustion. Carbon monoxide burns in air with a pale blue flame, just now I explained, which gives carbon dioxide. In the book you can see the reaction carbon monoxide plus oxygen, it gives carbon dioxide and heat is released. Now some of the examples that how carbon monoxide produces. First, motor vehicles, gasoline powered tools, that is, and volcanoes, heaters, cooking equipments. From these carbon monoxide is produced. Now let's move to the next topic, that is reducing character of carbon monoxide. So you see that carbon monoxide is a strong reducing agent and it reduces metal oxides for metals, that is less reactive than carbon. So you see Fe2O3, that is ferric oxide plus carbon monoxide, what it does? It reduces iron. Fe plus, since carbon monoxide reduces in the presence of carbon monoxide, Fe2O3 reduces. So that is why here carbon monoxide acts as a strong reducing agent. CO, you can see that CO also reduces I2O5 to iodine. Now you can see the next reaction, that what happens when carbon monoxide reacts with hydrogen. So when carbon monoxide reacts with hydrogen and when we heated this to, in your book it is written 420 to 670 K under 300 atmospheric pressure, in the presence of catalyst zinc oxide plus copper, it forms methyl alcohol. Okay, refer to book as because only 340 atmosphere is written over here. But in the presence of catalyst zinc oxide plus copper, it reacts and forms methyl alcohol. So what happens when carbon monoxide reacts with chlorine? You can see that in the presence of sunlight, this carbon monoxide, when reacts with chlorine, it forms phosgene. We call this phosgene carbonyl chloride, COCl2. When carbon monoxide reacts with sodium hydroxide, that is NaOH, under pressure, it forms sodium formate, that is HCOO A, sodium formate. The last reaction is formation of metal carbonyls. So carbon monoxide, when combines with transition metals under some conditions, it forms carbonyls. As you can see in the first reaction, that when nickel reacts with carbon monoxide at temperature 320 to 340 Kelvin, it forms nickel carbonyl, NiCO4. You can see the figure. It forms coordinate bond. This carbon monoxide forms coordinate bond, 4 coordinates bond. You will learn about this coordinate bond in higher classes. Now you see these carbonyls decompose on heating to higher temperatures to give pure metal. So when you just supply heat to this nickel carbonyl, it decomposes to give pure metal nickel and along with carbon monoxide gas. This process or this reaction forms the basis of the purification of nickel. We call it Mons process. The CO forms carbonyls with chromium, molybdenum, iron, cobalt, etc. Now let's move to the uses of carbon monoxide gas. This carbon monoxide can be used for this purposes. Like carbon monoxide is used as a fuel in the form of producer gas or water gas. Producer gas is obtained by passing air over red hot coke. Red hot coke, we call it only carbon at 1300 Kelvin. So when you supply this oxygen or nitrogen to this red hot coke, it forms producer gas. Now what is producer gas? It is a mixture of nitrogen and carbon monoxide. Secondly, water gas is obtained by passing steam over red hot coke. So this red hot coke plus steam, then it will form water gas. What is water gas? Carbon monoxide plus hydrogen gas. In the metallurgy of nickel, for the purification of nickel by Mons process. So you see here in the left side, impure nickel is present. So we pass this to carbon monoxide gas under temperature 320 to 340 Kelvin. It forms nickel carbonyl, that is NiCO4. Now if you supply more heat to it, that is at 450 Kelvin, it forms pure nickel plus carbon monoxide. The third point you see in the manufacture of methanol and synthetic petrol. Then in the manufacture of phosgene is what? Carbonyl chloride, COCl2, used in dye industry and warfare. In metallurgy as a reducing agent. Now let's see this use of carbon monoxide as a reducing agent in the extraction of iron. So we have to extract iron as a reducing agent. In the reducing agent. So during the smelting of hematite is what? It is an ore of iron. The following reactions take place. So first is C plus O2, it gives carbon dioxide plus heat. While moving up, this carbon dioxide reacts with coke to form carbon monoxide. So CO2 plus C, it gives carbon monoxide. Let's see the next reaction. When this carbon monoxide which is produced, it reduces ferric oxide to iron in the upper part of the furnace. So you see the reaction, Fe2O3 plus CO at 573 Kelvin, it forms FeO, that is ferrous oxide plus CO2. Now this FeO plus CO, it gives Fe plus CO2. So direct reduction of hematite with carbon takes place at high temperatures over 980 Kelvin. This carbon monoxide, it is a better reducing agent much at below 980 Kelvin. So the use of carbon monoxide as a reducing agent in the extraction of iron is more economical. Now some harmful effects of carbon monoxide is also there. What are these? You see, carbon monoxide is inhaled. It reacts with hemoglobin in the red blood cell to form carboxyhemoglobin. Now this carboxyhemoglobin, it doesn't contain oxygen. It is not able to carry oxygen. So which causes deficiency of oxygen in the body, resulting suffocation. And even it is very dangerous, it causes death. We call this as suffocation is asphyxia. So it is due to the harmful effect of inhaling carbon monoxide, we are advised not to stand behind a running engine of a vehicle. And it is of the same reason that we are not advised to sleep in a closed room with a coal-fired place, as the room is closed, limited supply of oxygen is there, and when the coal burns, it reacts with a limited supply of oxygen and forms carbon monoxide. Then we inhaled it and it reacts with hemoglobin to form carboxyhemoglobin, and thus it causes death and asphyxia, which is suffocation. So we have completed all the portion of your second semester. So the topic which are going to come in your second semester is chapter Language of Chemistry, Chemical Reactions, and Carbon and its Compounds. So all the very best for your exam, and if you have any queries, just comment in the comment box. Thank you.